now a Buffalo.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Fourth down, the final play, unless they can stick it in the end zone. Dorsey under pressure, throws it, incomplete. The Buckeyes win. Ezekiel Elliott, and he's got an opening. Elliott off to the races. Can they catch him?
Feature the two backs as receivers, and now a downfield shot on first down for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State strikes first. Making adjustments again, and there is Smith rolling free, breaks a tackle. Ohio State strikes quickly from 45 yards. Pressure comes. Sword, knock it out, and picks it up. Jack Sword, coming down the sidelines. Ohio State scoop and score and dagger from 82 yards. Here they come. Heavy pressure. Howard delivers downfield. It's Smith. He's got it. Jeremiah Smith. The 2025 College Football National Champion, Coach Ryan Day, and the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Welcome in, Buckeye backers. We are bringing it to you live from Seattle, Washington, to the cornfields of Enid, Ohio. We are the pulse of Buckeye fans across the nation, with Seattle Matt and Buckeye Steve. Welcome in, Buckeye backers. Here we go. Ready for some more hardware. We got the gold pants, and next up, the Big Ten Championship trophy. But first, we got to get to, some of the formalities, I guess you may call it. So Cody Croy, talk to me a little bit about what has happened with our offensive coordinator, Brian Hartline, bouncing on us, man. We lost the man, the myth, the legend.
It's a somber day in Columbus, a somber day in Ohio. But all that being said, we still have him for the playoff run.
Yeah,
so that's good.
This is an old myth. We don't play around. If there's trophies,
right, exactly.
We're gonna earn them.
Could be a lot worse. We knew this was coming. Let's be honest. We knew this was coming.
Yeah.
It's still,
it's hitting hard.
We want to have Brian Hartline here for as long as we can. So,
for sure. And it's already put a little bit of a damper maybe in the recruiting of wide receivers.
We'll see.
Maybe.
I think Dixon Wyatt, he was gone regardless. I think he wanted to stay home.
Yeah.
But Quay Guilford hasn't signed his letter yet. Chris Henry Jr. also has yet to sign his letter. So we'll see how that all plays out.
And the legend's gone?
Legend Bay? Sounds like that wasn't Hartline related, as far as I know.
Oh, you think his mom wanted him to stay?
No.
Is there truth to that rumor?
It's because he's not 18 yet. So he needs like a parent's signature to. And she was like, she held him high. He had an entire Ohio State table. He was in Ohio State gear apparently at one point. He was ready to sign, but his mom held him hostage and said, "You're going to Tennessee." He turns 18 in 3 weeks.
Oh, then I would delay my signing day.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't think he signed with Tennessee either. I think he just flipped to Tennessee for now. And I think in 3 weeks when he turns 18, he's going to just sign the letter himself and say, "Sorry, Mom. I'm going to Ohio State." Like,
sorry, I'm not sorry. Yeah, I mean that's a choice that it's hard to go against your family. I mean, especially your mom.
God,
but it's also a choice that affects the rest of your life. So
yeah,
that's tough.
Absolutely.
Is Chris Henry Jr. signing or not? I would, if I had to put money on it, I would say that he is signing with Ohio State. He just probably wants to I don't blame him at all. I mean, this is a major choice, and you're going all the way across the country. I think if you look at it in depth, you still go to Ohio State because, one, Ohio State's proven that they're going to sign someone else. Two, you're still going to be on the other side next to Jeremiah Smith, which is going to make you look amazing.
Right.
Brandon Ennis is still going to be there, going to make you amazing. They already have the pieces in place that have shown that they can develop wide receivers too.
Right.
And Ohio State always gets someone good lately. Lately, the hires for Ohio State have been on point.
Well, and what I think gets lost in all of this is that Devin Jordan's still here. And that he's a heck of a football coach. I don't know.
He might relocate to Tampa.
Hartline might poach him, but if we can hold on to him, first of all, I'd make him the receivers coach.
Yeah.
He deserves that promotion.
Mm-hmm.
And then get him on the recruiting trail.
But there's 2 names that I think would be great hires that would keep that recruiting mojo flowing. 2 former Super Bowl MVPs. One, Santonio Holmes, who just started coaching, so that might be the not first pick there. But he just started coaching at Central State University this year, wide receivers. So you never know. Hey, Brian Hartline, he went from being a little grad assistant, whatever, to being wide receiver coach and being the best in the country. You never know. So Antonio Holmes might have that pull too. Or a guy who has way more coaching experience that's also coaching wide receivers at Arizona State, one Hines Ward. Maybe a future Hall of Famer, Hines Ward.
Yeah.
That would create some serious pull too. So
where did Hines go to school?
Georgia.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Dang it.
Yeah. So, maybe we can. He'll be closer to Pittsburgh. He loves Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm saying.
Would not be against it.
I would not be against either of those either. Devin Jordan would be like my 3rd pick just because he's there and could have the pull. I'm sure Brian Hartline's talked to Chris Henry and said, look, you can go to those places. They're going to find a guy who's just as good, if not better than me.
Right.
And we could still develop you.
I'm sure they already have that name in mind.
They probably
already have that list. So
I have no doubt
what that list is.
I'm curious as to when they knew that Brian Hartline was going to take that job.
Well, they knew he was interviewing already. So they knew it was just a matter of time, finding the right opportunity. I think him going down there to Florida, having that connection with the South Florida Express already.
He's going to make them legit.
Yeah. They're already legit. I mean, they had a decent season this year.
They did. They were good.
Florida.
They were good.
Yeah. I don't think he'll get like the Jeremiah Smiths of the world to go to South Florida. But he can get like all the good 2nd-tier guys to go there for sure.
A guy like Jaden Ricketts, for example, would probably consider it.
And he might be able to pull like 1 or 2 big ones.
Yeah, no, he will be able to.
Like a coach, Coach Prime at Colorado, or when he was at Jacksonville State, got Travis Hunter to go there. So.
Yeah, he'll get some. He'll pull some. But enough of this. He's coaching us through the playoffs, which is what we needed. Because, like I said, we are not Ole Miss. It's about ball here. He went to Ohio State. He wants that other championship ring. He wants to be part of this team that he's built. He was due to go somewhere, right? I didn't think it was going to be this year. I thought we had another season with him.
Same.
I thought he was just toying with those interviews and just getting a feel for the process and deciding where he really wanted to be. But honestly, I think this is a good choice for him. Going to South Florida, where there's an abundance of recruits, is going to make a name for himself. And then, maybe Day has a retirement plan. Maybe not. Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe he wants to jump to the NFL and pass it off to Hartline eventually. I don't know.
I'd see that.
Day's kind of young to be thinking about that yet.
He's 46.
Yeah. 40. He's not even close to retiring. There was all these Buckeye fans that said, "Oh, he won't leave because he's gonna be the guy to fill Day's shoes." I'm like, okay, so he's gonna wait around like 15 plus years. He could end up being the next Woody and coach here for decades.
Yeah,
we don't know.
You keep winning titles and keep the team like this. You're gonna be around for a while, or at least be offered to be around for a while.
Exactly. He'll get handsomely paid and continue to coach as long as he wants here if he keeps doing what he's doing right now. But this is good for the ones who want Hartline to succeed him someday, because he's going to go get experience elsewhere, and where better than a place that he knows recruiting wise, like you guys mentioned. And I mean, he played ball down there in Florida in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I'm sure his wife is not complaining about the future move to Florida.
What about this guy? Brian Buckeye Stats posted this earlier. That was a good point by him.
Hate it.
No?
Hate it. We have so many bigger fish that we could go catch. This would be settling, in my opinion.
I'm of the same opinion. I think that, before this hot streak that they had, nobody knew who he was. And then now they're kind of leveled off again. UCLA. They had their 15 minutes of fame, I guess. And I just don't think that it's a good option.
Yeah. We got better options out there.
Agreed.
Yeah, there probably is. I mean, I'm sure that they have. What, Chip Kelly was one, since he is no longer with the Raiders.
Oh yeah, bring him in. I'd take him back in a heartbeat.
The thing about Kelly is there was a report by some credible sources that he actually was like confusing his own play calls whenever he was with Las Vegas. And like that led to his firing.
Well, I mean, he's just not an NFL guy. He really isn't, and he needs to just accept that. Kind of like Urban had to accept it after his failed tenure. Like some guys just aren't NFL guys.
I still don't agree with the Urban and the NFL thing, because he never really got his fair shake. He was there for a fourth of a season. Like, he could have developed himself over the season, even the course of the season, and got these players better.
He might have gotten to like a Nick Saban level, but he even said it himself in an interview once. He said, in the NFL, you go 10-6, and that's considered successful. That would be a failure to me. And that mindset, you just can't have that in the NFL. Like, you're never going to go undefeated in the NFL, Herbs. Like, it's just, you got to learn to lose, and he can't lose. He doesn't know how to lose well and take it well. So he did. You're right, though. He didn't get a full fair shake from
I would like
very
to see
beginning.
At least half of a season to know.
Yeah.
But he made
at
some
least a couple, couple seasons. But
I think the nail in the coffin was whenever he kicked his kicker. Probably not a good idea.
I think the nail in the coffin was sending your team on a plane down south and stopping off at a bar.
Oh yeah, and touching a woman.
Yeah, well, that is what it is.
I don't know about that whole situation, but
I like how he said he was open to coaching the Buckeyes again if need be.
I thought he
as a fill-in.
Say what?
As a
I
fill-in?
thought he made a statement that said he wasn't going to.
No, you know what? He would do it if we needed him for like a playoff run, like a Barry Alvarez Wisconsin type deal.
Yeah,
he would do it in a heartbeat. He'd do it. Long term, though, I don't think he'd do it. I think he'd be like,
I mean, he's what, 62?
Yeah.
Let's get into the Big Ten championship game. We're talking off-season stuff. Let's get into hardware. All right, Indiana. There we go. You got the belt.
You know, we laid belt to ass over the weekend, boys. I feel it's only appropriate that we bust this out for what we're about to talk about, because we're about to do it again.
Love the fact that Jermaine Matthews came in with that belt after the Michigan game. That was awesome.
I love that kid.
Speaking of that, your background is on point. I love it.
You know,
that was a great idea.
I know you got to it Sunday morning, but I kind of want to talk about just a little bit of Michigan.
Okay, go for it.
Just a little bit, if we could.
Just go ahead and talk a little bit of Michigan, because we'll be on here forever if we start talking Michigan. So talk a little bit about it, and I love it. Love every minute of it.
I love the fact that, you know, last year after the game, it was complete pandemonium. And then this year we win, and Ryan Day showed the most class that you can.
Oh,
and said, guys, this can't happen. You know, Iggy, he tried to plant the flag. Day told him no. So I just like the fact that Day was the bigger man.
You know what was badass? Even though he was the bigger man, it was kind of like a slap in the face to Sharon Moore.
Absolutely.
Get off my field.
He was like, get your players off the field so there's not a problem.
Yeah, get off.
And he said it in the right way, meaning it the right way. But can you imagine how that translates in your head? my rival coach just tell me to get my players off my own field?
Yeah.
Like, how
And he did it.
badass is that? Yes,
He did it. He
And you
said
did
yes. He said yes, Daddy.
it. Yes,
what
Daddy.
he
I will.
He said yes, Daddy.
You own me now. You own a national title, and I don't. So I will listen to what you say, Day.
Anything you want, Mr. Day.
Yes.
Anything you want, Mr. Day.
And honestly,
27-9. Screw the blue.
just
Screw
that
the blue.
picture
Love
of
it.
our guys sitting up with the fans, like
That was
basically
hilarious.
looking down on their players at midfield, and then hearing that their players were in the tunnel waiting even longer to try to like start crap with us, like, oh, shocker. And our communications got cut just so happens. Yeah, yes.
And then Ryan Day said in an interview that he was prepared.
Yes.
In
What
case
a
something like that
pathetic
happened.
loser program and fan base. Like just absolutely putrid people. The lot of them.
I
Go
want that
ahead.
picture. I want an autograph of that picture.
Oh, that would be badass. That
I
picture.
want it. I want it just big, blown up and framed, put it in a poster, hanging in the Louvre. Just
Yeah.
along with this one.
Did you
know.
see what Brandon Ennis said about this afterwards?
Yep.
I forget. I know he's
He said-
Worried more about
He said they're out
defending
there
the
blocking
M.
the M's. They should have been blocking the end
Yeah.
zone.
Brutus spent more time in the end zone than they did.
Dude, the first time in 11 years, Michigan has not scored a touchdown against Ohio State.
And I
Patricia.
think in general,
In
this
general,
was, like
yeah.
in general, it's just I didn't expect to hold them without a touchdown, but I'll take it. Especially since we spotted them 3 points.
That's the question I asked Kenyatta Jackson today too, and he was like, "I was like, did that feel good? Like, was that awesome? How was the locker room?" And he was like, "Yeah, of course it felt good." He's like,
Yeah.
Kenyatta Jackson Jr. is like down to business. He's just straight to it, answers it. Like they asked him today, like if you still felt like you're the no-name defensive line, and he's like, "Yeah, we haven't done anything yet. You just got some
I saw
gold
that.
pants,
I
man."
saw that.
And he was on point. Like I love and he was serious too. Like you could see it in his eye. You remember how Day said you could look into someone's eye and you can see, what they're really made of. You could see that he was like intently believing they haven't accomplished anything. They're 12-0, number 1 team in the nation, accomplished nothing.
It's just like Caleb said too on his podcast. He goes, "We were pissed that we let up 9 points." I love that. I love that. Just take that into this weekend against Indiana and hold them under 10 points too, just to prove another point.
Do we think Kenyatta's coming back?
I think he will, just because he can boost his draft stock. He can boost his draft stock up.
He's been playing a lot better since he talked to Patricia. So I think a full season of that will really help.
Get him in the first round next year.
Yeah, I
Easy.
Sure, definitely believe that it's possible.
Yeah. And we return almost our whole offense next year, boys.
The O-line coming back, that's going to be huge. I don't know if Sierreveld will. Or
No.
can he?
If back-to-back titles and a chance for a three-peat's on the line, you never know who could come back. Caleb Downs has kind of hinted at it a little bit.
He's talked about it. That's for damn sure. I mean, at least
know.
hinted at it. You're right. Not talked about it.
Never know.
Got to pay up.
If
We
we
gotta
get 2
talk to
natties
him
in a row and we can go get a third, I'm sure a lot of boosters be like, here, go get another one.
Yeah. Listen,
Because that schedule's tough next year.
It is. It's a gauntlet.
Yeah, let's talk about this Indiana game, though. Let's get it.
We need to. We absolutely need to. So what first impressions on Indiana? Alex, go.
Indiana's impressive. I mean, I can't say they're not. First 12-0 season in their history. That's after having an 11-1 season last year. Their only loss in the regular season being to these guys. But when it comes down to it, and I've said this multiple times, multiple people, I just trust what we have so much more than what they have, especially with Matt Patricia. Like, God bless this guy. I hope he stays in Columbus until he's old and gray, if he keeps doing what he's doing. This guy just, he took, we had the number 1 defense at the end of things last year, but it was always like, okay, but when is that typical Knowles defense going to screw us? You know what I mean? There was just always that shred of doubt, especially in big games. And I've never had that once with Patricia. I trust that guy. Oh, you got to play this, please.
Oh,
my
We got to
God.
listen to these guys.
These
Please.
clowns.
All right, here.
Like, you need sunglasses and a mask to, like, rolling your eyes when they're going, oh, wait, and then, like, all
the
this type of
worst.
stuff. It's coming.
They're the worst. I can't stand them. They think they're just like God's gift to college football, and it's just like you're not even close, really, if we're being honest. And listen, Indiana is about to be God's gift to college football. Thank you to our Lord and Savior Kurt Signetti. But like Ohio State, historically, good program. You're not Notre Dame. You're not USC. You're not Alabama. You're not even like Florida, kind of like you're not even in a way LSU. Like, no. You're not. You're just kind of the best of the Big Ten East for years. So like, pipe it down some. I'm not excited about it, but I do expect that the Indiana
Crazy.
You could tell that these are two Indiana fans who just became Indiana fans like last year.
And then they bought podcast equipment.
Yeah,
This is
like
good stuff.
podcast equipment's way too cheap, and those guys are proof. Like, good
Oh,
Lord.
go suck, Rudy. Yeah, Jalab.
Like, not bigger than Notre Dame. I get it. Like, all time they have more natties than us, but Notre Dame hasn't beaten us since my grandpa was
There we go.
was like 3.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, first of all,
Christopher Joseph is an Oklahoma fan, and he's tell me you don't know ball without telling me you
Yeah.
don't know ball.
like Alabama, okay. Like you
Talk about
mentioned them, fine. Like that's valid.
but
then-
in the DeBoer era, I don't know.
Like right now, we're more relevant than Alabama.
Yeah,
like a
for
couple
sure.
years ago, no,
Mhm.
I would agree with you.
we took
but-
their quarterback. We took their quarterback and their safety.
Yeah, and they're set in their former center. Who
Yeah, and
ended
their
up being
offensive line.
pretty good. So, yeah.
After
Like,
we got told the entire offseason. that he-
And the second he mentions Florida, like I get it. We're 0-2 against them all time. They played us in that natty, absolutely whooped us, gives me nightmares every night.
I don't even
And
think
then-
he knows that.
And then that Gator Bowl, that whatever, shouldn't have even played that bowl game. Who cares? You know, if we played Florida right now, we wouldn't be like Texas and go get absolutely mollywopped by them. We'd beat the brakes off of Florida right now.
He's like, I don't even think they know who Antoine Randall L is.
I would love to. I would love to test their knowledge in Indiana football because I bet they'd be like, yeah.
They were cocky last year.
Indiana fans getting
listen.
uber cocky.
Listen, more power to them. Like,
I get it.
Hear me out for a second. They haven't won a Big Ten title since the 60s. And that was a shared title. All right. This team was bottom dwellers. You used to go to Bloomington to buy a cheap ticket to watch Ohio State play, where you could sit up close to the field. It was Columbus West every year. I mean, it was fun. It was fun to go there because you got to see the Buckeyes up close and personal and do it for cheap, right? If you wanted to travel there.
We'll beat them there
Now-
next year too, and it'll still be Columbus West.
Now they're big time. I mean, they're 12-0. This is the thing. If you go into Autzen Stadium and you pull out that W with the type of athletes that we all know Oregon has, because they were our major competition, you get to start talking a little bit. And if you haven't been able to talk for a long time, go ahead and talk all you want. But just remember this. The last team that talked this much crap heading into the Big Ten championship game was Wisconsin. And that didn't turn out too well.
Listen, they got a great quarterback. They got some solid weapons. You know, their defense is 4th in the country.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Like, Kirk Signetti's done a great job. They're not ready to beat Ohio State yet. They're just not. And the only prayer they have is that this whole Hartline to South Florida thing creates so much distractions that he's not on his A game and we just call an absolute horrid game and we lose. I don't see that happen. And I heard today that Day all season long has been pretty much like 40% doing the plays anyway. So
Really?
yeah, 40 to 60%.
I
So
didn't see that. Wow.
yeah, if they needs to call plays, he can. We know he can.
So here's my question, just off topic, but whenever we do hire a new OC, Do you want him to call the plays or Day?
I want the new OC. I think CEO Day is a lot sharper on
Agreed.
the mind. If he goes back to now, granted, the whole him being a CEO thing, that was important for what we needed it to be. He's finally got these monkeys off his back now. If we needed him to call plays again, we could.
Yeah, for sure. I think we could.
But if we can get like a Chip Kelly back and let him call the plays, do that. And what I'd love to happen is we get Chip Kelly back at OC, and then we hire both Hines Ward and Santonio Holmes. Hines Ward being the main wide receiver coach, Santonio Holmes kind of like a Devin Jordan role, Devin Jordan role, because I think Devin Jordan's going to South Florida with Hartline.
Very, very possible.
But I think that would be, because then you got 2 former Super Bowl MVPs on staff, one a former Buckeye.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that would be pretty good for recruiting.
Yeah.
His computer died. He's gonna go get his charger. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Mr. Bucknut says 30-17.
I don't think that they're gonna score 17 on us.
They could be the first team to score 17 on us. They absolutely could. I don't think they break the 20s either. I think our defense is just too elite. And I get it. They have a great quarterback, great receivers, stuff like that. But boy, I trust this defense. I really do.
Yeah,
and I mean,
100%.
I think they'll get double digits on us for sure. But they ain't exceeding 20. I think the only team that maybe could exceed 20 on us, like playoff wise, maybe Georgia on an off day. Maybe, and that's a hard maybe for me.
Yeah, here's the thing. You know, we've talked about Matt Patricia, how good he's been. The guy's a 3-time Super Bowl champion. Playoff Patricia, I think that's a different animal.
Yeah, and I think like he's just been putting all these college QBs in a blender
because he's using NFL concepts that they've never seen.
And if you look at the entire schedule thus far, and take away all the garbage time touchdowns that were let up by our backups, I think only like one team scored double digits on us on our first team defense.
Wow.
1 or 2, something like that. I'd have to like go back and double check that. But I mean, listen, this game is going to be great in the fact that not only is Sayin's play gonna win him the Heisman, but Matt Patricia's gonna go win Sayin the Heisman too by stifling Mendoza.
Yes, and that's the game. You know, it's those two for the Heisman, as far as I'm concerned. And those two, they need, this is their showcase. This will be the deciding factor, in my opinion.
The only problem is, I've heard before in years past that a lot of the voters vote at the end of the regular season before the conference title games.
And that's what I've heard as well.
That worries me. I hope people would be smart enough this time to be like, okay, but we got a game here between the 2 front runners for this thing.
Right.
Let's wait.
Right.
And let's see what happens with that one. Then we'll cast the vote.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm sure a lot of people are going to vote Diego Pavia just because he's an SEC guy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's my worry is Pavia.
But I think that this game has to be the decider for that.
I would sure think so, but like you said, it's usually regular season.
I know my boy Kyle Golick, who's been on this show. He has a vote this year. I wonder if he's cast it already or if he's being a smart person and waiting until after the result of this one.
I certainly would think that most intelligent voters would.
Steve wants me to pull him in, but he's not in here.
Are you the host?
I don't know. Are you? I think you might be the host.
I'm not seeing him.
I'm not seeing him either. I can't even click on these comments to put them on.
Right.
Wow, I'm surprised it doesn't give host to somebody. That's crazy. Let me just read off some of these comments then. Chris Joseph says Indiana has become the Baylor of the Big Ten. I mean, what Baylor are we talking, though? Are we talking like 2014 Baylor? Are we talking like a few years ago where they actually won the Big 12 Baylor? Which Baylor are we talking? I have Ohio State covering easy. Yeah, I think they cut. It's what, 5.5 or something like that, the spread. I think that's simple for us to cover. The only game we didn't cover this year was what, Purdue? And that was because they got a garbage time touchdown on our backups.
I don't pay attention to betting, so I don't know. But
I think the only game we didn't cover was Purdue, and it was only because we gave up a garbage touchdown at the end.
Yeah.
The same thing about Day, maybe Georgia. Yeah, I think Georgia might be. We haven't given up 23 points since Oregon. Yeah, and that was against Jim Knowles. If we had Jim Knowles right now, we'd probably have a loss or two. Maybe more, because he was awful this year for Penn State, but it's hard to say. Point spread is 5. Okay. 48 total. Oh boy. 48.
I think that both defenses are better than that.
Yeah. I think it'll be an under for the point total there if it's 48. I think it's going to be kind of like a team up north score in a way. Just Indy might score like 14 instead of 9. Let's see. Both good predictions. Pavia doesn't deserve it. I agree. Especially since he wasn't even in the race for most of the year. But we've seen it before where guys come in late and just all of a sudden have odds where they didn't before. So especially SEC guys. Yeah, Georgia would be able to hang with us a little bit. Yeah, Georgia's tough. I mean, Georgia at times this year has looked absolutely pedestrian. Their defense isn't as good as it's been in years past. So that would bode in our favor. And their offense is okay. But they've definitely gotten better the last few weeks. So it'll be interesting to see what they do, especially against Bama, because they can't seem to beat Bama. Maybe they get the monkey back for once. Let's see. Oh, Mike says I am the host. Well, bring Steven if you're the host. Then. Georgia isn't putting 20 on the Buckeyes. I don't know if they could either, but I think that they would be probably the best bet. A lot of people would probably say Alabama. Well, I don't know if Alabama's even going to make the playoffs. We'll see.
Yeah, and I don't see how that would happen.
Art Briles Baylor. Yeah, okay. I could see that comparison then. Art Briles Baylor. 28-13 Buckeyes over Indiana this weekend. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I was a little more cocky, and I said 34-7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be like that. 34-14 might not be far-fetched.
Yeah,
potentially. Yeah. I mean, we got to look at the games that Indiana actually looked human in this year, right? The Penn State game comes to mind at first. Obviously, they were lucky to survive that. Granted, it wasn't Happy Valley, a place Indiana had never won before.
Sure.
But we know who Penn State was this year. They were the natty or bust team, number 2 team in the country. They screwed Ohio State out of a true 1-2 matchup against Texas because of it. And now they're 6-6, and they might play Pitt in a bowl game, the Pinstripe Bowl.
And see, my understanding was always that the 1 and 2 teams, the teams that played in the national championship, they always start the year 1 and 2.
Yeah,
that's how I always understood it.
Yeah. So, I mean, Penn State, them fighting Indiana the way they did, that kind of showed me something like, okay, this team's got some weaknesses. And honestly, Mendoza, though they beat the brakes off Purdue, there was a few throws there that against a better team would have been picked off.
Right.
So, I mean, he's got some weaknesses, and I'm sure Patricia's seen every last one of them and says, okay, this is how we're going to exploit this kid all game.
Right.
We didn't wait to get back to Indianapolis this long to go there and lose to Indiana.
Right.
Sorry, not sorry.
Right.
I will say, though, the whole Indiana fans might be taking over that game. Could be true. The last time I went was in 2019, and the ticket prices then, when Ohio State was playing Wisconsin that year, they were like $100, $200 maybe for like the cheap seats. They're like $400 to $600 right now.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Goodness.
So
now we also heard that Tennessee was going to take over, and to an extent they did. But the Buckeye Nation, you can outnumber us, but you're not going to you're not
Then
going
we
to have more
put belt
passion.
to ass and sent them
Right.
all home early.
Right. After they came on the field,
They
got
couldn't
cold,
hang.
Got cold.
They couldn't hang.
Had to go put their shirts back on.
Agreed. Oh, that was some of the cringiest bullshit I've ever seen in my life. I at that point, like, I had no faith coming into that game. At that point, I was like, maybe we might do this tonight.
Yeah.
Because I know they're shivering down there. They're like, oh my God, it's so cold.
I think people still have the Michigan hangover.
Chris, who's worse, Mahomes' brother or Pavia? Damn, that's tough. That's tough.
Who's worse, Mahomes' brother or Pavia's mom?
God.
Coin
toss. Pick them.
She likes the attention.
Yeah, she's something. Yeah. Not a good something. I'm worried about the future Buckeyes team. I'm living in now. I'm not worried about the future Buckeyes team. I'm living in that. Hey, listen, you got to worry about the future, because the future of this program could be pretty bright, given, who we hire as wide receiver coach now to replace Hartline and stuff. Like, we got a 3-peat potentially next year. Now, granted, we got to get this one first.
Fully believe that's in play. I mean,
yeah,
I'm more intrigued to see who we hire at OC rather than receivers coach, because in my opinion, it's going to be Jordan. Like, it's going to be.
I wouldn't hate that. I mean, you got a guy who's, that could have Hartline's seal of approval, and he could, like I said, I'm sure Hartline talked to all those recruits and say, stick with it, because they're going to get some guy who can develop you just as well as I would have.
Right. I hope that Chris Henry Jr. listens.
Yeah. He's, and even Jeremiah Smith tweeted at Chris Henry Jr. Like, the players are still going to recruit to and be like, look, like, you're still going to get developed here. We're still going to put guys in the league.
Hey, there he is. There you go.
Don't worry, we held it down well.
Yeah, we held it down for you, man.
I was listening. I could hear it from my phone, but I couldn't get in for some reason.
This is our podcast now.
Hey,
we were just talking about who to hire at OC and reading the chats here.
Yeah,
Chris Joseph says Indiana's the new Baylor.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that part, and it was the Art Briles time. I just missed like the last minute maybe, and that was it.
Perfect.
So you guys held it down well. Again, round of applause to you two, and it sounded great. It absolutely sounded great. The one thing that I wanted to touch on a little bit more was those ticket prices, man. Holy cow.
It's nuts. Let me look
in the 600 section.
You two keep talking. I'll look at the current ones.
You could have got tickets back when they first came out for less than $200, and now they're $600.
The first year I went, I got nosebleeds for like under 100. Nosebleeds right now are ridiculous.
Well, you also had to watch the Big Ten East play against some podunk Big Ten West program. It was like Purdue and Iowa and Wisconsin. Like, no one wanted to watch that.
Right.
It wasn't quality football. I bet Fox is loving this. They're like, finally, we got a Big Ten championship game that means something 2 years in a row.
Right. Yeah. And this is only the third time in Big Ten history 2 Big Ten teams have faced each other as 1 versus 2.
Yeah.
1985, I believe, No.1 Iowa versus No.2 team up north. And then, of course, the game of the century, 1 versus 2, that I'm jealous that Steve went to, 2006.
Yeah, that was a fun game.
Iowa. That just sounds crazy to me.
Boys, it's up to $850 now.
Wow. No thanks.
Yeah,
that's insane.
I'll watch nuts. Air conditioned house.
The reselling right now is atrocious.
Probably double.
Yeah, Doug, this is a good point. He's more concerned about Indiana than any SEC team. Every one of them have huge.
I agree.
I agree with that. This is what I think is going to happen for Indiana's side of things. So Indiana wants this. They need this. This will prove that they are here, right? They beat the Buckeyes, 12-0 Buckeyes, and this Day team that just waxed their rival and is looking to repeat. If they beat this team, oh shit. Even though they're number 2 in the nation, they still need that that verification. And this is the game where you get it. And
I think they're number 2 in the nation, but nobody really thinks they're going to win.
It's not registered. Yeah, I think people think it. It's just not registering yet.
Yeah.
Indiana fans definitely think they're winning this game.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, they do.
More power to them.
And yeah, I think that's awesome. That's great for football. And I don't think Indiana's fallen off. I think they're here. I think the dangerous time for Indiana is going to be 2 years down the road. They're going to be here. I think Curt Cignetti's just one of those guys. He's built to win. And he's showing
Google him.
And I think people are. They are Googling him now.
We all laughed when he said that, and then all of a sudden we were like, all right.
I probably should. Yeah.
You know
and
what
when you
else he said,
do,
though?
you see at Elon, he was a stud as a coach.
I got to tell you, though.
AMU, he was a stud.
What
I gotta
did he
tell you,
say,
though.
though? He said, what? Ohio State's terrible. This was in his press
initial,
conference.
yeah, he said, Purdue sucks, and so does Ohio State and Michigan.
I think I'm going to play that clip if all
you know,
goes well.
Listen, as good as they are, if there comes a point in the near future where they beat us, and like let's say they keep winning like 10 plus games a year, and they're actually legit, but if they beat us, I'm still gonna be sick about it. I'm gonna be like, we lost to Indiana. Really?
Doug,
Us?
I like this. Yeah, I mean it will be hard, but they're gonna be good.
They might. Next year we go to Bloomington. Our schedule next year is rough.
It's a gauntlet.
We're fortunate we're gonna have our whole offense back. We just got to replace some guys on defense, maybe.
You know, as far as that goes,
Joseph was in Tuscaloosa this year watching. I love being in Tuscaloosa this year, beating Bama again. If we host, I'm going to be going to Norman for the game. That's awesome. Oh, I think he lives in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, I saw Chris Joseph. If the playoff standings stay how they are right now, which they won't, because if Bama wins the SEC, they'll bump up. If they lose, they'll probably out. But if they were to stay the same, OU versus Alabama round 1.
Can we let's talk about that comment right there. I like that kid Brock we signed.
Yeah.
I just made a post on Twitter. Brock Boyd, most underrated receiver in the country.
Oh yeah.
That's my opinion.
He's only a 3-star because he's a white kid.
He could be another Brian
Certainly
Hartline
possible.
for us.
Oh,
Sansabacher, maybe?
Yeah. He's I mean, real recognizes real. If Hartline's recruiting you, you're good.
Right.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no
And
determination.
he stayed signed and didn't go to South Florida.
And if you are playing major college or major high school football in Texas, you're probably good.
It's true.
Yeah.
You know, Mylan Graham, he was like unranked. He committed to Ohio State, and he was a 5-star.
But since the locker room wants to talk about the signing day, so let's talk about the signing day. Forget Indiana. That's this weekend. We had signing day today, so let's talk about the offensive line looking like they're being set. Who was it? I think it was Doug that said back up here in the chat that 3 of the offensive linemen can probably start next year.
Can I get a God bless Tyler Bowen in the chat?
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Oh,
You know,
God bless.
Fry was an incredible coach, and he still is. I mean, I think that he's more suited for the NFL level. I don't think that he likes recruiting, and I think that's where we he's not fit for the college game.
Yeah.
Tyler Bowen is.
Oh yeah.
And he's been phenomenal. One of my high school football coach at the school that I go to, he went to the game, and he was like right next to Sam Greer. That dude is huge.
Oh yeah.
He is a monster.
I watched him play in the state title game his sophomore year for basketball. Dude,
He's a good player.
He is moving, man. The way he moves, his drop step is awesome. Like he's going to be a stud. When I saw it was his freshman year. Yeah, it was his freshman year of high school.
He got recruited by some bad schools.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good offensive player. So and if you can move your feet like that on the basketball floor, if you're playing tackle, it's going to be pretty fun to watch. And he's a big dude.
Yeah.
And that was his freshman year.
Max Riley, like him too. He was on the Buckeye Backers podcast.
Mr. Versatile.
Yeah. With Fry, you had the development there for sure.
Oh, 100%.
Tyler Bowen, you have both.
Yeah. Yep.
Love it. Love it.
Oh yeah, this is funny. He's on the Longhorn chats, and they're adamant they're going to cancel all non-conference games in the future.
I hope they do.
I
hope all of them
do
do
in the playoffs. Oh.
So we can just tell everybody how soft the SEC is. I hope they do. I hope they do.
What happens if they get 5 teams in and they just get blown out?
Yeah, if they get 5 teams in and none of them win the national championship, that just adds to it. Like, hey,
yeah,
you guys got almost half the field and you still couldn't win at all.
Fix the system.
Yeah.
Chris Joseph, you might be an SEC guy now, but we know deep down you're a Big 12 at heart.
Yeah.
You're just SEC by association now. We get it.
But let's get back. We got to get back to Indiana, man. I got to talk more about Indiana.
Yep.
So Fernando Mendoza is possibly playing for draft picks. Where he's going to go, like all the NFL eyes are going to be on him. He's got to show out, right? Is there pressure on him to do that? Because this is like an NFL defense that he's facing.
Yeah. This is going to be a good test for him.
They have a good rushing game, but he doesn't seem to play as well when they don't do good rushing the ball. Like it's almost like the rush opens up the pass for him.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be interesting to see. But because he's good at the short and intermediate routes, what I think is going to happen is I think they're going to try to 1-2, get the ball out, 1-2, get the ball out, 1-2, get all of it's going to be timing routes, little to no reads. Just get the ball out as quick as you can. Try to beat this athletic defense before they have chances to get to the quarterback, number one, and to get on the receivers. Now, this is a risky situation to do that because we have such length and speed that someone could step in the middle of that path or disguise where they're going to be and get picks. So it'd be interesting to see what happens because I also think that they need to score early. They can't get behind to this offense. So what strategy would you have before? I think that they would take the ball if they win the toss.
You don't think they're going to try to rip the seam on us?
Well, yeah.
I think they will.
I don't think they would do it deep.
Yeah. Because we do have times where that seam is wide open. So we got to be careful of that for sure. But you're right. It does seem like they tend to struggle more when they can't run the ball, and our defense is built for that type of deal. I think the couple runs that the team up north got on us were, early and kind of fluky. And then obviously look at what we did to them, especially in the second half, held them to -8 yards rushing. Like, good God. So I think that we're more than capable of shutting that down. And I think Matt Patricia will be like, I dare him to try to throw on us, because there was a couple times last week, especially where there were some picks right in our hands and we dropped them. If we catch those, and I was like, when you were having technical difficulties, I was telling Cody here, I said, even against Purdue, there was like 3 throws that Mendoza made that should have been picked, and against a better team, they would have been. So there's plenty of potential there that make Mendoza melt down completely.
Yeah. That's funny, Mike, by the way. Inside joke there with Mike Bowser. But I just think he's going to have to try to get the ball out too fast, because they're not going to rush like they do on any other team. Not against Ohio State. Not against K-Mac in the middle like that. I mean, he's defensive player of the Big Ten for a reason.
Yeah. Him and Arvell Reese.
Player of the year. Yeah.
They both got their fair share of awards.
Yes, we need to get
Iowa did a great job against this Indiana team, as well as Penn State. Granted, they did what they did against Oregon at Autzen, something we clearly didn't do. I'd like Matt Patricia to go up to Autzen with us, and I think it'd be a lot different. But I don't know. I'm just so confident with Matt Patricia. I don't see how we screw this up. The only team that's beating Ohio State is Ohio State. Period.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, fully agree with that.
Like,
But
I need the 16-0 natty more than I need air to breathe. I don't think you understand. I need these Wolverine fans who keep saying, "Oh, well, we got a 15-0 title where we beat our rival and won the Big Ten. It's the most legitimate natty ever. It's the last real natty." I need them to be wiped away by 16-0, beating our rival, Big Ten championship, went through a good gauntlet and a bigger playoff than they did, just to be like, "Ha, take that one. You'll never see that."
27-9. That's all I care about.
I want more. Inject it into my veins.
Till next year. Till next year.
I can't wait
So-
to beat them in close.
where do you think this team has matchup wins against Ohio State? Where are they better matching up against Ohio State?
Special teams?
Anywhere?
Yes.
Special teams?
Listen,
teams?
I'll be honest.
How's their
We
kicker?
might have the worst. We might have the worst overall special teams in college football.
We might.
I mean,
They looked all right Saturday compared to, team up north, but
yeah,
I still don't trust them.
yeah. It's just not great.
It's not great. It's not great. That's true. Outside of that, boy. I mean, like our wide receivers versus their DBs, that should be free food. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
Will
their wide receivers versus our DBs. I mean, if Jermaine and Iggy get too handsy, that could be a problem. Which, by the way, those couple flags that were thrown on them were terrible.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. I can't
I
think
mean,
of one.
offensively, they're good. They're fifth in the FBS, 483.8 yards a game. They're ninth in rushing and second in scoring. Now, a lot of those points are from early in the season, right? And a lot of these stats where they had the first 3 games against nobodies, but they're still an awesome team. I think that they're not getting enough respect just because their name's Indiana. Change the logo, slap another logo on that. If that was an Oregon or a Michigan,
if it
logo,
was Oregon, I'd believe it a lot more. I mean,
Mhm.
this is an Indiana team who currently has a strength of schedule of like 56, and Ohio State's is like 35 or something like that right now.
yeah,
It's just the only team that came close to even beating us was Texas, and they were lucky to even score a touchdown. That wasn't even a touchdown they scored. They should have reviewed it and would have got off the board. We should have blanked them. So we should have beat every team by double digits.
Indiana leads the FBS in plus 17 turnover margin. So it's going to be huge to keep a hold of that ball. And their defense is stacked, dude. They're second in rushing, second in scoring. They have teams are averaging 79.3 yards per game on them. Scoring.
We got the most accurate
10.9
quarterback in
points.
college football history.
I know. So I think this is going to be that's where the matchup is. What our offense does to their defense. I think our I have full trust in our defense.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot like last year. It's, Kirk Zanetti after the loss said, basically they were like, we're not there yet to beat Ohio State. I still don't think they are.
Yeah, they're close. I'll say that. I think you give them a couple more years, they're going to be a serious contender. But just right now, they're good because of how bad.
Are big too.
Yeah, they're good because of how bad they were before.
Truck's good, but they're all like 6'2", 6'3".
It's going to be a test, no doubt about it. I think it'll be a close
It'll be an
game at
easy
half.
game.
I think it might be even a close game through 3 quarters. But
Yeah, you were saying like
fourth quarter.
34-14 ish.
No, Cody said that. Cody said
What
that.
did you say? What were you thinking?
I think it's gonna be somewhere along the lines of 27-14 type of deal.
27.
I think 27-14, 28-14, give or take.
Okay.
One of the two. I think they'll get double digits on us for sure. I'm not gonna think otherwise with that offense, but I think once again Matty P will have another quarterback in a blender for most of the game. I just try.
Cody, do you have
And Day right now, in his pocket right now, the way he's operating, you think he's losing this game after he waited this long to get back to Indy? No shot. Is he going to take his eye off the prize now? No shot.
No, I don't think they will either.
What was that, Steve?
Does it worry you at all that these teams might not need this win? That they definitely don't need it because they're both getting into the playoffs. Does that kind of water it down a little bit?
Not really. I mean, I still think that Ohio State's going to come out there with the same intensity, as they normally would. In my opinion, Ryan Day does need this win. When was the last time they made the Big Ten championship?
2020.
So, just as much as you could have lost to Michigan, and it would have been okay, but you didn't want to. This is sort of the same.
This team, none of them have, besides some of the coaches, of course, none of these players have a Big Ten title ring.
Yeah.
None of these players have a ring that has a score against the team up north on it. They will now.
Yeah.
So why not start by winning a Big Ten ring that you can guarantee putting and then go win more rings later on.
Right.
So the model that Brian Buckeye Stats always puts together has
what was his score for last week again? Remind me.
On
his model.
I think it was
like 30 something.
34 or 35.
I think he had double digits for them.
13. Something like that. Okay. I don't recall.
Not too far off then.
It wasn't. None of them have been far off.
I had it 28-14. So I was pretty close. I had it 28-14. I gave Team Up North more credit than they deserve, clearly.
This is what the model has for now. Let's take a look at it. Model has Ohio State 34, Indiana 17.
Yeah, I could see this. That's similar to last year.
That's similar to mine. I mean, I have a score in 34.
Yeah. But it also gives the stats, which is interesting too. So it has the time of possession slightly more for Ohio State. The total yards, 465 to 285. It loves our defense.
Penalties.
Absolutely loves our defense. Interceptions thrown, it also has Indiana throwing 2 and Ohio State 0.
I mean, that would make sense.
With 3 turnovers for them, a fumble lost. We have a fumble lost as well. Interesting. Yeah. So, I mean, the model's been pretty accurate. So I would say it's gonna be close to that. I'm gonna go with the 14 for them, but I don't think we're gonna get quite to 35. I'm more like a 24-14 type of game.
Still by double digits. I like that.
Yeah.
I think no matter what, we cover the spread. At the very least.
Talking with the guy Blake Biscardi from Saturday Morning Cadence.
Yeah.
And he keeps saying the first to 21 will always win the game because no one's scoring more than 21 points on Ohio State. No one's scoring 3 scores, or at least no one's scoring more than 3. No one scored 17 even. I mean, and that's the first time since 1975 that's happened in 12 games.
And Illinois was lucky to even get to 16, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Had a score against our backups.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Shouldn't have got there. Shouldn't have even been close. So 24-14 against the number 2 team in the nation. I'll take that all day long.
Yeah.
Now, if we could really get 3 turnovers like the model said, it's going to be a little bit more than that.
Yeah. I think we do force him into mistakes. I really do. He's mistake prone. He really is.
If we get 3 turnovers, I mean, Ohio State's going to capitalize. You could be looking at 40 plus off of 3 turnovers plus what you're doing on offense. I mean, 3 turnovers, that could result in at least 21 points.
Yeah, Ryan Day wants an undefeated season for sure. Everyone wants an undefeated season.
Who doesn't want to be the first 16-0 team in college football history? I wanted to be the first 15-0 team. We screwed the pooch right off the rip. So, I mean, come on.
If OSU, That's a valid point. If Ohio State loses, we will not hear the end of this.
That's
ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
That's true.
That's a whole other thing. Like,
And you know how Signetti is going to be.
yeah. I mean, if we lose any game for the rest of the season, we're not going to hear the end of it because, I mean, gosh, again, the only team that should be able to beat Ohio State right now is Ohio State. So
Right.
we just gotta keep playing dominant like we have been.
Oh, if Alabama makes it in and they beat us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at their stats too here.
The amount of talk for Julian Sand.
I'm looking at their stats too here. Like their running back has played every game this season, and Bo Jackson hasn't, and Bo Jackson's outrushed him already.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And a lot of people don't give Bo Jackson any credit because of the amount of touchdowns, the lack of touchdowns he has. But those are people that don't watch the game. Obviously, you see him run it all the way down the field, and then once it's inside the red zone or goal and go, it's CJ time.
Yeah. Like we just like and see, this is why that whole like ESPN analytics matchup predictor and their FPI crap is the most bogus metric system of all time. Like you have Indiana with a 50.6% to beat us. Like it's almost even. Are we even watching the same teams? Or like we've had one game where we won by single digits and it shouldn't have been. It should have been 14-0. So, and that was against the #1 team in the country at the time. Like, what are we talking about? The same team that ESPN's trying to lobby into the playoffs with 3 losses. Like, I don't know. The disrespect for Ohio State never ends. Never ends.
And it never will.
And it never will. Even after we go 16-0.
And back to back. We could go on a 3P and they would still disrespect us.
They'd be like, well, who did they play? Oh, they beat Alabama in the playoff to get there. Whatever. Alabama wasn't that good. Down year for them. You know, it'll always be.
You guys got to go back and look at this Omar Cooper Jr. and Surratt because those guys are good, man. And they're putting up some stats. I know Surratt was out for a little bit, but Omar Cooper stepped up whenever Surratt was out.
I'm just breathing easy, man.
Yeah,
I really am, and I don't want to be disrespectful to Indiana. Like they're great,
but nothing.
If I get cocaine Ryan Day and I get Matty P in his bag like he has been, I have zero worries.
Cocaine Day is here, I think.
Yeah, I had worries through the first like 6-7 minutes of that Team Up North game because of how bad it was going. But then once we got it, 6-7. Once we got up 17-9, I said, "Oh, this is over. We're gonna win."
Yeah.
I can't worry about it. We're so much better.
42-20, Travis.
If they scored, Travis, Mr. Napper, if they score 20, you will see me in the Buckeye Bros chat, and I will be screaming if they score 20 on us. I would be so mad if they score 20 on us. I will be disgusted.
And they won't.
And Matt and those defensive players and Matty P will all be disgusted too. They will be pissed. Absolutely. So maybe that's a good thing if that happens. Maybe that'll piss them off for the playoff run. Maybe that should happen, letting up 20 to Indiana.
Did you see Caleb Downs when his brother said 14 for Michigan? He looked at him. He's like, 14? You think they're going to score 14 on us? Come on, man.
Yeah, then he revised his score to 27-10 or 28-10, and he was that close.
Pretty close.
He did that. Yeah. He did that same thing with Indiana. He said something to 17, and Caleb goes 17, or where you get the 17 from? So,
how do you think Notre Dame matches up with the Buckeyes? I think it's hard to tell how good Notre Dame is right now. Because since the first 2 games of the season, they've really played no one other than USC.
I will say this. At first, they were not acclimated to Chris Ash's defense well at all. Mm-hmm. And they've really settled into it. I think, if anything, if we ended up facing Notre Dame, a guy that Day could go to ask about how Chris Ash's defense is anybody that was on that 2014 staff, because Chris Ash was their defensive coordinator.
Holy shit, Travis. The starters give up 17.
Oh, listen.
Backups give up an extra field goal to get.
That'll piss off the starters even more.
Yeah.
If they hold that team to 3 points and the backups give up 17. Boy, golly.
No, I don't think Surratt and Cooper are going to outshine Smith and Tate. I think they're ready to go off now.
They're good players, but no, they're not going to.
Smith and Tate are going to just eat.
Day was asked today, too, if they were good to go. He's like, yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they're good. He learned from his past mistakes, as he has many times recently, right? He learned, okay, I tried to rush Jackson Smith and Jigba back twice, and I never got him back because of it. If I had just kept him out for these games that didn't matter, I could have had him for the Team Up North game at the end of the year. So
I'm trying to remember what Saying's exact words were. Like, we wanted to show what we had with Tate being back and with JJ being back, and that's why they aired it out to start.
And we
just want to highlight those guys.
Got to keep that aggressive mentality. Got to keep it.
The thing with JSN is like those hamstring injuries are so tricky.
They suck.
And yeah, I mean, they're so unpredictable.
And we didn't make it any easier on him by trying to trot him out 2 games later against a nobody.
Right. It's such a shame that we never really got to see just how good he was.
With Marv. With Marv.
And now we're seeing it at the NFL level.
First 2,000-yard receiver, maybe? I don't know. He kind of had a bad game last game, kind of set him back a little bit.
That last game really put it in jeopardy.
Yeah, that sucked, but maybe he'll make up for it.
What do you think about how well the offensive line did last week? I mean, against
Incredible.
Tegra played well.
That was his best game of the year. I was blown away. I was like, oh my God, Tegra's doing well against this team?
That might have been the best game of his career.
Yeah, probably. To be fair, like, I still think when Padilla's healthy, that maybe they should keep that.
They should rotate. They for sure should rotate.
Yeah, keep that in their back pocket. But God, my Wolverine cousin Scott, when we recruited Luke Montgomery, he was like, "You'll love this kid," and I said, "Okay, bet, I'll hold you to that." I love this kid.
He's a good kid.
Dude.
He's a good kid, dude, and he is physical.
He's a
real
dude.
Physical.
He does not give a flip. He's a
dude. Bo Jackson had a hell of a game.
Had more yards than their entire team combined.
Talk the trash too.
I think he's going to keep escalating. Like, he's on that kind of run at the end of the season where he's peaking at just the right time.
Dare you say Zeke 2024 run?
Yeah.
Those were actual preseason comparisons.
So I actually compared him to him when I saw him in spring game.
Yeah,
and we got Isaiah West.
But you know what? When Peoples has come in here recently, he's done well.
Oh yeah.
So we didn't use him at all in this game, really.
You got to give him some carries.
Yeah,
but I'm thinking Bo's gonna just keep getting more and more carries throughout this postseason run.
But Bo's the one. Bo is the one.
And we got him for 2 more years. Bless up. He's going to be an 1,000-yard rusher, and he didn't even play every game.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Crazy.
And he split carries with 3 other running backs all year.
Yeah.
His
carries were limited. He had less than 15 carries every game but the last one.
Yeah.
He took the reins sort of against Ohio, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That was
kind of grambling, and then you
could see that
the shift.
He's transitioning into the one.
Day 2 years ago doesn't do that.
Yeah.
As a fellow Raiders and Buckeyes fan, it's a blast from the past with Bo Jackson. He runs like Edgerrin James to me, but I could see that. I like that comparison. That's a great comparison.
Maybe he'll be a Raider someday, and then
Raiders and Buckeyes.
His whole career will go to crap because the Raiders
I was actually a Raiders fan because of Bo Jackson.
My grandpa was a Raiders fan, so I have a soft spot for him. I hope they're not crappy in the future, but we'll see.
You know the reason though? It was Pee Wee football. We were getting our numbers, and I was a young little kid, And coach throws the jersey at me, and I look at it, and he's like, 34, who's that remind you of? I was like, Bo Jackson. He's like, well, you better start running like him. And ever since then, I've been a Bo Jackson fan.
That's
and
funny.
I always had 34. Now my kids wear it for me.
He could have been the best running back of all time.
Injuries,
Really
man.
could have. I know.
He was one of the greatest athletes of all time.
Oh, this is good. Doug's got a good comment from the locker room. My son saw JSN play twice in high school when he was working in Texas. He called me during the first game, and he was ecstatic when I told him he was going to be a Buckeye. That's cool. I like that story.
I'm gonna need JSN to like continue to recruit for us now that Hartline's gone. Just be like, hey, Chris Henry, you know.
So
if you ever need me, I'm here. Go to Ohio State.
I see the Texas, and that tells me that Brock Boyd is going to be the next JSN.
Ooh,
I would love that. Any way we can get it, man. Any way we can get it.
He played Trey as a freshman. Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. Travion had like 1,300 yards as a freshman.
Yeah, Trey was nuts.
Have you guys seen that Redemption documentary?
I did.
I haven't seen it. No.
I did.
Steve, the stuff that G. Scott had to go through to get to where he is now.
Lost like contact with his dad
after his mom died.
Yeah.
He lost contact.
Yeah,
his dad didn't speak for 2 years.
Yeah.
Really?
The Trey comment, Trey was also in it, and he talked a lot about, you know, how he was in high school. And
if you're in the like religious stuff, it's a big religious piece too.
Yeah, dude, I'm totally in that.
Yeah, it's an entire religious thing, basically. But I like the first parts where Urban goes, you know, a lot of players and people go to places, you know, and they're comfortable. It's like this Ohio State isn't a place you can be comfortable. It's uncomfortable here. I'm like, yeah.
It's about
welcome to the.
It's like 4 episodes long. Tim Tebow's in it. Reese Davis, he's kind of like the narrator.
What's it on?
It's on Amazon Prime, but you have to pay $2 to watch it.
Even if you're on Amazon Prime?
It's on Amazon Prime, but it's like on an app that's on Amazon Prime that you have to pay a couple bucks for a free trial for 7 days, and you can automatically cancel it and then watch it real quick, and then it'll go away. Yeah, it's worth the watch. I mean, it's great. It highlights.
It gives you perspective.
What's Amazon's founder's name? What's his name again?
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. I don't know why that escaped me, but
it really
Jeff Bezos must be really hurting from the divorce, man. If he's charging people $2 to watch a show,
it really rubs the Team Up North loss in your face a little bit more, just in case you forgot about it last year. It really puts that right back in your face. It's a lot better to watch now, I'm sure, since we did what we did Saturday.
And see, like I thought it was kind of gonna be like a like the Bulls documentary. I thought it was going to be like that, but like they don't go in the locker room or anything. It's just a sit down with some of the seniors of the class.
I do not want to see Bo Jackson in Pittsburgh. That sounds
Travis. Aaron Rodgers ain't playing for 2 more years. I wish, but I think he's done after this year now because that boy gets banged up.
And then Will Howard's going to take the reins.
My glorious king, Aaron Rodgers.
Old school yearbooks, especially Raiders. Yeah, I had a Raiders starter jacket in middle school. I remember that. It was like kind of that West Coast vibe too. We had Dr. Dre wearing a Raiders starter's jacket all the time.
And see, they call him Bo Jackson. They call him Bo Jackson, but his real name is Lamar.
Yep, Lamar Bo Jackson.
Insanity.
His dad
like
was
how
a
did
Raiders fan too.
How did his
spoke it into existence?
Yeah, how did his parents line that up? Like Lamar Jackson wasn't even known then.
Yeah,
he just by fate.
Yeah,
said, hey, you're Lamar Bo Jackson. You're going to be named after 2 guys that were pretty solid in the NFL.
Yeah,
maybe he'll be the next one.
I can't wait. I was going to go to the Big Ten championship game too.
I wanted to, and then I saw those ticket prices, and I was like, and plus, next time we went, I wanted to go with my dad, and of course I can't right now. But I was like, well, I guess it's a good year not to go because boy, those are expensive. And that was when they were $400. So I was like, maybe it's not worth going this year.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a sit at home and watch it type of price.
Yeah. And honestly, now that there's no divisions, that those might be the prices from here on out, because like Wisconsin ain't making it there anymore. Probably not.
No.
So.
Well, Wisconsin's coach said it best. This ain't the Big Ten West anymore. You're not going to just show up and win it.
Yeah. So it's like
Mr. Bucknuts is out. He's got to go to bed. But you know what? I probably should too. So
yeah.
Boys and girls.
I got school in the morning.
We got a Big Ten title to win, boys. Are you ready? Are you ready to get our throne back? You ready to regain the throne?
OH.
Love it.
IO, BTA, baby.
BTA. Here we go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Peace out. God bless. Take care. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you. Hey, and everyone in the locker room, thanks for being there. The comments were on fire. Peace out.
OH.
Oh. IO, baby.